and it is a blessing to have something to do for the Lord. This Thursday, Norman had and Claudia, they had rented a room over at the public library to do some health meetings. And this was so awesome because I didn't have to organize it or like kind of agitate that, but they're able to do some health meetings. And the way that Norman presented was so duplicatable. It was very well done. People were engaged. They were able to see and learn, and it was like, whoa, that makes sense. The library conference room we got was like overflowing with people. We had to bring in chairs from outside of the area. We kind of depleted the chairs there, and we were just still getting an overflow. It was really well done. I was super excited about it. As I was walking the library, I was like, wow, this town has a really nice library. Just think of all the stuff that could be done. And I'm especially passionate about libraries because you do like movie nights over there. What I like about libraries are their non-threatening locations. A lot of people would never step foot in a church building, but they would attend a meeting that's held at a local library. They would attend a book club going through a Bible book, or they would attend even you could do prophecy seminars, you could do small groups, you could even do Bible studies in a library that people wouldn't want to go to your church, but they would love to go to a library maybe Sunday afternoon or something to study the Bible, and you can share with people. Or you can do health meetings in these non-threatening locations like libraries, banks, local parks. Sometimes there's different businesses have conference rooms. Sometimes restaurants have conference rooms that you could reserve for free on a first come first served basis, and you can hold a host of different events, which is great for reaching out to atheists, agnostics, New Age, or just different types of backgrounds or interests or religious preferences where bringing people to church can be very difficult. And that's one thing that I find that with evangelistic seminars or evangelistic efforts or endeavors or events that are held, a lot of times churches put them in their church, and it really limits who's willing to come. But when people bring them to a non-threatening location like a bank, library, hotel, community center, different things like this, then they allow a much broader audience to be able to reach out to them. And when church members are attending, then they could be friends with the people, develop a relationship with them, and through that relationship, they're able to bring them over to further Bible studies. So here we are at this library, and I'm seeing how people are being interested and things are going very well, but I wasn't able to stay for the whole time. A few of us had a Bible study, our very first Bible study. We were studying with a sister, and she had invited this family of 6. They had opened up their home because we said we want to do some small groups. They're like, yeah, do a small group over at our place. So they were intensely interested in Revelation 13, the beast's power or the Antichrist revealed. So we studied that with this family and a minister, and then someone who has also been an associate pastor for a while. So they were coming from another church. They're all coming from the same church, but we're able to do these Bible studies in their home. And I was using their television screen. I connected through HDMI, and I would look up online the different visual illustrations that John saw in Revelation 13. So when we looked at the lion, the bear, the leopard, or this beast coming up out of the sea, or the 7 heads and 10 horns, or whatever the different descriptions were, we would look all these things up, and it was kind of neat because at first I told them on our very first Bible study, I was like, well, we're going to study about Babylon, Revelation 17. They're like, oh, I've already heard I've heard so many different things on this. Everybody says something different. And I'm like, great, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it a little differently. I'm not going to tell you who Babylon is. I'm just going to go through the Bible and define verse by verse, symbol by symbol, allow the Bible to define itself. And at the end, you're going to tell me who Babylon, the mother of harlots is. And we're going to take the same approach to Revelation 13. But the moment that I said that, they're like, whoa, okay. It's like, that sounds great. Like, that sounds like something I'm interested in. So we started studying, and we've been studying pretty much every Thursday since then, except for one, we switched to Monday, but it's Thursday. And that's really been a blessing. We've also been using that day as an opportunity to train some of the church members so that they can see an example of how to give a Bible reading and how to handle certain questions or comments or things that arise. And it's really been a blessing. They're thirsty, they're interested, they're ready to go to learn and to share with other people what they're learning. And that's a thing. I find that if you look and you think, oh, nobody's interested in the gospel, or they're not interested, nobody wants to hear, nobody wants to listen to me, or whatever, you will find what you look for. And that's a law of beholding. Jesus said in Matthew 7:7, seek and ye shall find. So the law of beholding says, like, you'll find what you look for. What you focus on, you find. What you focus on grows. What you focus on seems real. But what I realize is I see that there are people interested. There are people studying their Bibles, and they're like, I want to know these things. There's other people who are just, they're eager to share with others. And it's like we can encourage one another, and there are opportunities all around us. We just have to look for them, because God is looking for a people that are ready to raise their hand and say, here I am, Lord, send me. I want to consecrate my talents and my service to you. I want to give my whole heart to you. And he's looking for laborers, because Luke chapter 10, verse 2 says, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. So I just encourage you to give all to Christ. And will you not decide today to become a laborer for him? There is a work to do, saints, and we can all go home soon.